All right, guys, we are officially starting or recording the group chat for 9/27/2018. I forgot to record on Monday's group chat, so I'm making sure that we don't have that problem today. So let's see. We're going to go here. We got that going. That's using the good microphone. Fantastic. All right, let's share the screen. Let's see what people said. All right, what would we want to cover? So we gave a list of everything. Let's see what people are voting on the most. Appraising, so that would be 6. How to make posts that don't get junky phones. Let's see. Well, I'd say all of them. So we got a 1, 5, 3, 7, 1. All right, so we got more ones and everything. And then how to not get junky phones. Well, that's an easy fix. That's the easiest fix in the world. So number 1 is how to write ads that get lots of leads. And then we can combine that with how to get high quality ads. So does that sound good to you guys? Whoop. So we'll go over how to write ads that get a boatload of leads. And then how to make the ads so we get high quality phones. So let me go ahead and write this down. Usually, guys, I come prepared. I did some notes. I did some homework. Sometimes I got a nice presentation prepared for you guys. But the good thing with this is we don't have to do that with this. But I was running around all day. Fantastic. Let's dive into it. Now, before we get started, do you guys have any specific questions? Since we only got 2 people on the chat now, Matt and Jesus, do you guys have any specific questions I could help answer for you guys? We're going to go into the details here in a sec. But if you guys got any questions about anything specific I can help answer, just let me know in the chat. And then if not, we'll get started like right now or in like a minute.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you good, man.
All right, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Hey, am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Jesus?
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus?
Yeah. Like instead of the J, like Jesus, just put like it pronounce the H, I guess, you know.
Jesus.
All right, so my question is, the problem with me is, like I get up in the morning and I'm posting ads using my phone for like the offer, Let Go, and the marketplace, Facebook, and then I use the computer to post ads on Craigslist. So I don't know if this happens to you, but what happens to me is like my head starts hurting or my eyes starts getting watery. Do you have like a strategy for not that to happen? Do you do like do you post ads in one app and then you rest like for 5 minutes and you post another ad? I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
So you say you post all these ads all back to back?
Yeah. And then like my head starts hurting. I think it's because I'm on the screen for too long or something, or I don't know.
How long is it that you're on the screen for before you start your head starts to hurt?
About like 30 minutes.
That's a fairly long time, but that's good because that means you're posting ads, right?
Yeah.
You're getting a fair amount of ads out there. I don't really have that, to be honest with you. I wake up, I meditate, I kind of like get going for the day, I hype myself up. But if it happens to you, I would just take a break. I'd post ads for 15 minutes. Do you eat breakfast in the morning?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So I might like post ads for 15 minutes, take a break and eat breakfast for 15 minutes, and then go back to posting ads.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, because I'm starting to go back to the game, posting ads. I'm trying to do this full time soon. So, I thought I might ask, if you like post ads and then take like a couple breaks and then post more ads, things like that.
Oh, I totally understand. I never really get headaches or anything, or my head never hurts from posting ads. But sometimes if I'm on the computer too much, I'll just kind of get a headache. So usually that only happens if I don't eat right. If I eat right and exercise, that usually doesn't happen. But sometimes you guys know I get ice cream, right? I'm supposed to go to the gym. I end up at the ice cream shop. It's weird. I don't know. I go to the wrong place. But when that happens, I'll work till I need a break, and then I'll just take a break. And stretching or meditating can help a lot. That's a fast way to calm down your mind. It can help you get more relaxed faster than just standing around. So maybe post ads for 15 minutes and then do I'll like meditate and do breathing exercises. So I'll stand there and I'll move my body and I'll go like this to literally get blood flowing. And I realize that kind of helps me revive a little bit faster so I can get back to work. So maybe try giving that a shot and see if that helps.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. All right. No problem. Jesus, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that. I've been calling him Jesus for the last month, guys. None of you guys corrected me. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys. So what's going on? We got Ulysses. We got Matt. We got Kevin. We got the amazing Miss Keisha. Keisha, how much sales have you done in the last 31 days? I got to know. Guys, I got kind of hot. I was normal, and then I just got a little bit hot. But one of these days, I'm going to start wearing normal shirts. All right, so what we're going to talk about is how to write ads that get boatload of quality leads. Does that sound good to you guys? We're going to go over the theory, the strategy, the tactics, and the mechanics. Keisha's at 19,000, still trying to catch up. Not bad. I got a yes from Matt. So that's what we'll do. How to write ads that get a boatload of quality leads, because that was the most popular topic you guys wanted to talk about. It was writing ads and then getting quality leads. So there's actually strategic things we can do in the ad to make the leads we get quality. Does anyone ever here get junky leads? They hit you up. They got the iPhone 4S with a cracked screen, bad LCD, iCloud lock, screens lifting up, replaced LCD, and you're like, what the hell? I can't do anything with this. I got a yes from Matt, yes from Keisha, yes from, oh, 2 yeses from Matt. So we're going to talk about how to fix that. And this is something to get excited about too, because when you can start getting higher quality phones, we're talking about the 7 pluses, the 8 pluses, the S7s, right? The X's, the X Maxes, all those fancy ones. Those are just better phones to go after for 2 reasons. The first reason they're better to go after is you have to do less volume to hit 10,000 and hit 20,000. You got to sell less iPhone XX Maxes. I haven't even picked up any of the new. Well, I picked up a couple flipped, but you got to sell less of the Note 9s than you do of the Note 2s in order to hit 10 grand. You guys see that? Or in order to hit 20 grand. The other thing is you can usually make more profit. So an iPhone 5, you might be able to buy it brand new from Apple for $250. I'm just guessing. My guess is you might be able to buy it from Best Buy or Apple for $250. When we appraise it, even if it's clean IMEI, and let's say it's AT&T, we're only going to be able to offer like 10 or $20 because they're only going to sell for like $50, $60, $70. We're probably going to offer like $10, $10, $15. So the MSRP, the retail value of it, we're literally offering like 10% of it. So not only are we not going to make that much money on it, but we're offering like 10% of what the phone is actually worth, the value of it. You get one of these new phones, you get like an iPhone, we're just talking about a regular iPhone X, right? Let's say you get an iPhone X Max. There's a very good chance you can pay 50% of the value of the phone, $500, $600, $700, still flip it and make $150. So that iPhone 5, that you're only going to offer 10% of the value, which means you're probably going to get told no, you're only going to sell that and make $40. That iPhone XX Max, I'm probably saying it wrong, doesn't matter. Hopefully you guys understand, get the point. You can pay 50% of the value for that, sell it, and instead of making $40, you can make $120, $150, $200. So going after newer phones it's just a fantastic strategy, and I'm going to give you guys the exact template to do that. Does that make sense, guys? Just give me some feedback in the chat if that makes sense. Why we want to go after high-end phones. Now, I will pick up a low phone every now and then. I picked up an iPhone 6S with the cracked screen. It was clean IMEI Verizon for $40, and I sold it for like $140 or something. I made some decent money on it. So I still go after all the phones, but I like to start with the premium ones. Start with the high-end ones. So let's talk about how to do this. Keisha says, I bought an iPod Pro today, $400, sold for $650 in a couple hours. See, there we go. There we go. So Keisha's going to ship that. Even if it's brand new open box, we're going to put it in the priority mail box. It's going to be like $12.55. Signature confirmations, $2.55. Fees might be, what are fees? $80. Keisha still might make $150 on it, right? Fantastic. Aaron is a Terminator. Thank you. I just got kind of hot, guys. Let's see. All right, let's talk about this, right? Let's get down to the meat and the potatoes of the ads. Is this showing the right screen? Guys, is it showing the right screen? It should say, let me move it here. We're going to swap it up. swap it up, and we're going to go right here. All right, can you guys see the screen that says how to write ads that get a boatload of new leads? A boatload of quality leads. All right, fantastic. So the first thing we got to understand is ads are kind of weird. And because they're not weird, they need to be understood because we're using words. And words create feelings and emotions. So it's just like, I mean, you know, maybe you guys have ever read something. Has anyone here ever read something in a magazine or on Facebook and it was kind of sad and you felt sad after you read it? You felt sad. You might have even cried. Has that ever happened to anyone here? You just read words. It was just words on a piece of paper, but it made you kind of sad. It was like a sad thing. It just made you sad. It might have been something about the world, or maybe you got a text and it was not a good text and it was words that made you sad. On the flip side, we've all had the experience where you get a message. Again, it's just words. You read something. Could be a text message, something you see on Facebook, something in a book, and it makes you laugh. It's like the funniest thing in the world. You just crack out laughing. So how is that possible? Because it's just these lines and symbols that are on a background, on a screen that we can't even touch. It's because the words you use matter. So if your ads suck right now, so let's say you post an ad and it doesn't get a lot of leads. The good news is that's because you're using bad words that could be also in a bad order. You guys start using good words, better words, you'll be able to start to get more leads. And this is the easiest way to grow your business. And I want to explain it to you guys so you guys don't think I'm over here just shooting smoke. So let's say the average ad you put up gets you, let's say, 5 leads. Right? Because maybe, like for me, I use LetGo and I'll get 12 leads on LetGo. And then I'll use Marketplace, and one day I'll get 5 leads on Marketplace. The other day I'll get 15 leads. The next day I get none leads. And then OfferUp, maybe for every OfferUp post I get 4 to 5 leads. So let's say it averages out. Our numbers are, for every ad we post, we average 5 leads per ad. So if we can do things to improve the quality of the ad, if we can do things to where we get higher quality leads that have better phones, if we can do things to attract more buyers, if we can do things to where a higher percentage of people that see the ad respond, because we don't talk about this, but there is a percentage of people that see your ad and don't message you. Now, we don't know what that number is, but it's there. So if we could just increase this by, let's say we could just increase it by 15 to 20%. Well, by not doing anything else, by spending the same amount of time on your business, you're going to spend the same amount of time posting ads. Your negotiating skills will be the same. Hopefully you're improving it, so it's got a compounding effect. You're going through the 30-plus text message conversations that are recorded in the back office at Next Level now. But even if you're not doing that, just increasing the quality of your ad, and if you get a 15 to 20% boost, your business will increase by 15 to 20% because you're going to close the same, but you're going to get more messages, you're going to get more leads, you'll get more deals. And this is a big thing. Keisha's at 20 grand, a 20% increase. That bumps us up to 24 grand. If you're at 5 grand, that could bump you up by itself to like 6.5 grand. You know, roughly. So does this kind of make sense, guys? Do you see why this is so important? This is the fastest way to grow your business. Whenever I do one-on-one coaching calls with you guys, whenever I do one-on-one coaching calls with members of Next Level, the number one thing that I usually stress, and usually we post ads right there, is just posting ads, right? I usually get you posting ads on all the platforms, and then you get a bunch of leads, and then you get more deals than you've had, and then you get excited, and then you're more motivated, and the motivation carries you through, and then you're hopping on these group chats, and we're getting better at negotiating. So now instead of closing 1 out of every 15, or you're closing 1 out of every 10, and 1 out of every 8, and it just goes up and up and up. And then if your goal is to get out of a job, there's nothing wrong with jobs. There's actually There's people at Next Level guys that they got like really good jobs and they're happy with their jobs. Some people, they want to get out of their jobs. So you do it, it's got a spiral effect, and you can go part-time at your job, and you eventually quit your job because you get all this momentum. So does that kind of make sense, guys? Just kind of let me know in the chat if that makes sense. And then what we will do is we will get into the nuts and bolts. You're like, Aaron, I understand the theory. Let's talk about some mechanics. So the ad, guys, is designed to do two things. I'm about to ask an advanced question. All I'm about to ask an advanced question is the ad is designed to do three things. Does anyone here know what these three things are? We've talked about this before briefly on some older group chats, but not like this. Does anyone remember what the three things are? The ad is designed to do three things. I'll be super duper impressed just because it was a long time ago. And all right, so no worries. The ad is designed to do three things. Hold up now, Ulysses. All right, number one, get someone's attention. That is the first thing. All right, Ulysses. Let's see what happens here. Okay, it says designed to get leads. Absolutely. The ad is designed to get leads, but there's a process the leads go through. And Ulysses is kind of on it. So the ad is designed to do three things. The first thing it's designed to do is to get someone's attention. You got to get their attention. Guys, if you don't get their attention, nothing else matters. The most important thing of advertising is getting people's attention. Because if you can't get their attention, nothing else matters. Doesn't matter if you're going to offer them $1 million, right? Let's say you had an offer. Okay, let's say that you had an offer. So I'm over here, and I'm going to give Ulysses the offer of a lifetime. I'm going to say, Ulysses, I'm going to give you $1,000. And every time you give away $1,000, no strings attached, I'll give the person you give $1,000 to $1,000, and I'm going to match it and give you $1,000. Ulysses says, Aaron, that sounds like a good deal. If Ulysses, though, can't get anyone's attention to make the offer to, he's not going to get anyone to make the offer, and he's not going to make any money. It doesn't matter how good what you have is. If you can't get someone's attention, nothing else matters. And any sales books you read, it's all about getting attention. I went through this workshop by this guy named John Benson. Does anyone here know what like a video sales letter is? Oh, shit, Ulysses is over here. All right, a VSL. VS, is it VLS? Video sales, okay, there it is. Yes. So John Benson, this is what he says. He claims that he created these. He charges $1 million to write a video sales letter. So all that is maybe you guys land on a page and it looks like a PowerPoint presentation on a white background where all you see is the words, and the words on the slide are changing as people are talking over it. That fancy terminology is video sales letter. John Benson talks about how the first couple seconds of the video sales letter, you have to do some pretty amazing things to get their attention and to get them interested. Because it doesn't matter how much good stuff you have to say, if you can't get their attention originally, nothing else matters. He lives in Malibu, says you. Oh, that's fantastic. He was posting some crazy pictures on his Facebook. I ain't friends with him, right? I'm not cool enough to be his Facebook friend, but I just followed him, and he was posting. He's having a pretty good life. Okay, charges $1 million to write a 30-minute video sale. $1 million, guys. So I'm going to say, after I heard that, I decided that this attention thing is very important, and it's worth me paying attention to. Anybody ever hear Grant Cardone? Grant Cardone says the number one step when selling is you have to get their attention. If you guys watch any of his free videos on YouTube, always about getting their attention. After I heard that, guys, I was like, this is a big deal. I got to worry about this. We got to get their attention. After we get their attention, guys, we have to get them interested. Now, why do we have to get them interested? Because if we get their attention and we're not saying anything that matters, then they're going to leave. So we got to get their attention, and then after we get their attention, we got to get them interested. And we got to keep them interested long enough and probably even create some excitement where they do what you said, they do a CTA, they do the call to action. They message us. So they're going to see our ad. We're going to use our ad and get their attention. Once we get their attention, we're going to get them interested. We got to get them interested in what we have. Once we get them interested in what we have, excuse me, guys, Once we get them interested in what we have, we're going to go to the call to action. We're going to tell them what to do. And they're not going to message us, guys. They're not going to take the time to message us if we don't get them interested. Does that kind of make sense? Guys, if I'm at the club and I see a pretty girl, and I walk up to the pretty girl and I say something, I got her attention. If I can't keep her interested for an extended period of time, like if I lose her interest, I'm not going to be able to get an action. I'm not going to be able to like get her phone number or go to the bar and get a drink. I'll talk to her for a little bit. I'll lose her attention and she'll go away. So we got to get their attention. We got to get them interested, and we got to get them interested enough to take some action, to message us. And as soon as they go through these 3 steps, this is when they turn into a lead. And this by itself, guys, is fairly impressive because everyone's doing 1,000 things. Even some of you guys right now that you're watching this, some of you guys right now, this very moment, you're listening to me talk, and you're posting items on eBay, and you're appraising items, and you're putting up ads, and you're scrolling through Facebook, and you're scrolling through Instagram, and you're watching Snapchat videos. How do I know this? Am I able to see what's going on? Absolutely not. I just know this is how it is. This is how everyone is, right? This is just a world we live in. So because of that, to get someone to go through this 3-step process, it's fairly impressive to get them to get their attention, get them interested, and get them to take action to where they turn into a lead. And, of course, once they turn into a lead, that's when they go through our script process. They reach out. We got to figure out what they have. We got to send them an offer. Then we got to close, and then we got to go for the meetup. But before any of this happens, this process happens right here. So one of the things we got to be thinking is when we're creating these ads is this going to get someone's attention? When they're reading this ad, is it going to kind of get them excited? Is it clear for me to tell them what to do? We always have to tell them what to do. Is it clear? Is the call to action clear? Is the average person that's all over the place, that's doing a gazillion things, are we going to be able to get a decent amount of leads from this? Does this kind of make sense, guys? Just give me a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. This, again, is still theory. We're going to get to the nuts and bolts in a sec. But once you have this deep understanding, you realize how important these things are. And sometimes you will tweak certain things in your ads because you'll be like, hold on now, I'm talking too much. Like there was someone and they posted an ad in they wanted us to critique their ad in Next Level. It was a week ago. I forgot who it was. The ad, guys, it took like a minute to read the ad. No one's going to read that ad. No one's going to do it. No one's going to respond to that ad. Not for phone flipping. It's just not needed. Now, listen, if you're trying to sell a high-end thing, maybe it's needed and you're in a different environment, right? If you're advertising in, if you're advertising in magazines where the target market for the person rating the magazine ad is 55 and older, they naturally do have longer attention spans, so we can create very nice copy and a nice story. But not for phones, guys. We're dealing with people with short attention spans. That's what we're doing here. We're dealing with people that are getting right to the point. So let's go ahead and keep moving this forward. So there's 3 things that make up a good ad. Can someone tell me what those 3 things are? 3 things that make up a good ad. Someone let me know what these 3 things are. There's 3 things that make up a good ad. And I'm going to pull up one of these ads to eventually show this to you guys. The 3 things that make up a good ad are the title, killer pick, says Ulysses, and we'll say the description, call to action. So the title, killer pick, description, and call to action. Now, the number 1 mistake most people make when they're making ads is the things are not congruent. They're not aligned with each other. They're just not they're not aligned with each other. So the title might be I buy iPhones, and then in the description it says I buy all electronics. Message me for a quote. See, so this is bad. You guys see, the ad has to be what's called congruent. Everything needs to be saying the same thing. So if the title says I buy iPhones, and they click the description, and the description says I buy all electronics, the average person, you will lose some people like this. Some people you won't, but you will lose some people because they'll be like, wait, he says he buys iPhones. Now he or she says they buy electronics. They're already changing up their message. Sounds like a scam, I'm out. People will do that. all the time. They don't know you. You got like a half a second of their attention span. They don't care. It's just like if I was advertising. Uh-oh, guys. What's your guys' favorite junk food? Someone let me know their favorite junk food in the comments. I just got to know. I just hope someone doesn't say ice cream because I was good on my diet today. Well, I was good on my diet yesterday, so, you know, I can justify that I can eat ice cream today because I was good on it yesterday. Guys, do not take diet advice from me, let me tell you. Take phone flipping advice, not diet advice. Oh, Ulysses said ice cream. Tacos. Cookies and cream. Woo! Okay. So let's say the title says, I buy cookies and I sell cookies and cream ice cream. And the description says, I sell 32 flavors of ice cream. Call me to see what I have. You guys see if you saw an ad like this on Craigslist, this would be kind of off. If he has 32 flavors of ice cream, he should just say it in the title. Why the hell does he say cookies and cream here? And it just doesn't make sense. You guys see how that's kind of off? So we got to make sure everything is congruent. The word is congruent. And it's the exact same message across image, title, description. So let's go ahead and talk about these titles real quick. Now, titles, guys, the title should be, we'll say 4 to 7 words, right to the point, clear, not creative. And we're going to use simple words. The words we're going to use are under a what grade reading level? Under a... It should be under a certain grade reading level. Ulysses says 5th. Keisha says 5th. Absolutely. 5th grade reading level. Now, why is it 5th grade? Because that John Benson guy I was telling you about, that makes it that he charges and he gets paid $1 million. $1 million, guys. He gets paid to write one of those video sales letter slide point presentation things. What he does is after he writes the whole presentation, he runs it through a program that determines the reading level. And if the reading level is over, it's either a 3rd or 5th grade reading level. I know if it's 6th grade or over, he will go back and change the words to make them more creative, to make them simpler and easier to understand. So do you guys think if he's charging $1 million a year, and this is his format for writing ads or for writing these videos that sell stuff, you think it might be a good idea if we incorporate the same strategy into our ads and our copy? Copy being the words that we say to get lots of leads. Absolutely. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it right to the point, 5th grade reading level at tops. So, and I'm just going to go through this kind of quickly because we covered this, I think it was a couple weeks ago. But good titles are like, I buy smartphones. I pay cash for smartphones. I pay cash on the spot for smartphones. I buy new and used smartphones. I buy Apple products. Apple products are good, right? I pay cash for Apple products. Get cash today for your smartphones. For your smartphone. Get cash today for iPhones. Anything like this, guys. So all these things right here, guys, are very simple. And what's most important about these titles is it's very clear to see. The ad is very clear. Right? There's no confusion with this. I pay cash on the spot for smartphones. Now, what some people try to do, and there's nothing wrong if you've done this in the past, I would just discourage it, is they try to be creative. So they'll be like, need money for Christmas? Sell your smartphone today for cash. Or they'll say, need beer money for the weekend? I'm buying all Apple products. See, guys, this is stupid right here, okay? Now, why is this stupid? Now, look at this. Need money for Christmas? Sell your smartphone today for cash. Guys, what if I don't celebrate Christmas? What if I don't need money for Christmas? What if I celebrate Christmas, but I don't need money for Christmas? I already got money, right? This like it's more words. It doesn't target everyone. Need beer money for the weekend? Maybe I don't drink beer. Maybe I'm drinking tequila sunrises. Maybe I'm drinking Sex on the Beaches. Maybe I'm drinking protein shakes and I'm not drinking beer, right? Maybe I don't need money. Maybe I don't need money, but I got Apple products. So it's just not as clear. We want it to be clear and right to the point. Does that make sense, guys? Just give me a little feedback in the chat to make sure this makes sense, just because I like to make sure that we're all on the same page. Cool, cool. Yes, from Jesus. See, I'm telling you, I'm going to get that name right for the rest of my life now. Owner. Now, let me try to find. All right. So let me see if I'm going to try to pull up one of my ads. Gallery. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to try to pull up an ad that I got. Whoop, you guys give me 1 sec. They should be around here somewhere. If not, I'll just show you a screenshot or something like that. All right, so let me stop sharing real quick. So I'm going to show you guys the title for my Craigslist ads that were posted yesterday. And these ones are active and they're sticking. I want you to see this. Okay, so here's this, right? Oh, some people are starting to advertise in my area. That means I'm going to have to start cranking out more ads, right? So we're scrolling. And then we got this right here. Cash for phones. My phone number written right there. I buy smartphones, all conditions. You guys see this? It's very clear what this ad is. They're scrolling through these ads. Oh, here's some more. I buy iPhone and Samsung smartphones. Call or text for your free quote. My number. They don't even have to click on the ad because their attention, people are freaking lazy, guys. Some people, they don't want to click on your shit. It's simple. It's right to the point. This image, we're going to talk about images in a sec. And you guys see there's no images. These are all kind of bland. This is not a bad ad right here. I was about to get pissed off because I thought it was a smartphone ad. And I feel like I'm entitled to all the real estate on all the platforms, even though I know I'm not. Does anyone here ever get pissed off when you see competition? See, so look at this. Looking for iPhone 7. See, so what is this? This is kind of stupid. This is, let me see if I know this guy's number, by the way, because I know a lot of these people. Let's see. See, this ad's kind of stupid right here. You guys see this? He's looking for an iPhone 7. He's using symbols. You don't need to use symbols on Craigslist. You do in the apps. He's got his phone number. I mean, like, what's going on right here? I don't understand. I'm just going to put this number in. 4628. Let's see if that's anyone I know. Nope, no, it's not. So you guys see that's not very clear, and it also doesn't stand out. What stands out more? That's not a bad picture for the apps in the marketplace, but this stands out more. Now, it would be better to have different, this image could actually be improved, but I'm kind of lazy, and my VA is kind of, he's good enough. Cash on the spot for most smartphones. You guys see that? These are titles right here. These are all live ads you can go check out on Craigslist. There's 4 of them right here. They're all using this strategy. Where was the other ones at? All using the strategy. Looks desperate. Yep. Absolutely. So it's very clear right to the point. Now we're going to stop sharing that screen, and we're going to go back and we're going to share. And we're going to share this screen. All right, you guys can see the Word document again. Sometimes the thing shows me a red line. Sometimes it's not. You guys see the Word doc, get cash for iPhones? All right. Cool. All right. What Craigslist categories should we be posting in? George, we're going to be posting in cell phone, wanted, finance, local news and views, general. The cell phone section, by the way, it's good to disguise titles, disguise the ads like an app. If you're going to post in the cell phone section, we want to disguise the ads like you would in an app. Wanted, finance, local news, and views in general are going to be normal. Just like the ones I posted. I buy smartphones, make it clear there's no need to disguise anything. So that's how we do with the titles, guys. You guys saw my titles. Simple, easy. I literally picked up a phone here from Craigslist, a Craigslist ad that I'm shooting to make about $70, $80 on from one of those Craigslist ads. It came from one of the Craigslist ads. I just picked it up, so it's fantastic. So that's the title. Then we got the image. Now the image, guys, and a lot of the platforms, the image is going to be the #1 thing to get people's attention. So we want to get people's attention. That's like #1. The image is designed to get people's attention, and it's going to be like a mini ad. A mini ad. So you guys saw some of my images. One says cash for phones. with my phone number. The other says, I buy iPhone and Samsung phones. Call or text for your free quote with my phone number. So the first thing with the images is we want it to stand out. I do put text me instead of call me on Craigslist, but that's just because I don't like talking to people on the phone. Really because I'm nervous on the phone and I'm more comfortable through messaging, and I got a nice system that works through messaging, so I can do deals through messaging just fine. But that's just me. Craigslist, you can have people call or text you, just kind of your preference. I get people that call me and then I just ignore them and I'll just text them back and close the deal through messaging. Every now and then I'll talk to them if they say they want to talk, but I'm just more comfortable through messaging, guys. That's just me. Mini ad. So boom, 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 boom. We want it to stand out. So some of the things we can do for like Craigslist, some of the things we can do is some of the best, two very good colors to use is yellow and red. McDonald's uses it. It gets people's attention. So by putting like red borders or red, yellow on the ad, it will stand out and get people's attention. And if it's on Craigslist, so Craigslist, we can actually have a fair amount of words that take up the whole screen. So it could be like, I buy smartphones. Let's say we're going to do call. Well, if it's me, it's going to be text. Oh, I do have call or text for your free quote. That's what he has. That's why some people call me. All right. Call or text for your free quote. And then your phone number. Right? If you just want people to text you, just put text. If you want people to call, put call. Doesn't matter to me. Call or text for your free quote. We want it to be big, bold, take up the entire image. Yes, the red borders will post in the Facebook image too. That's a very good question, Jesus. These are for Craigslist. Yeah, the Craigslist and Craigslist accept cell phone section on Craigslist and Facebook groups. We want the images to be big, bold, and stand out. Call or text for your free quote. We want it to take up the entire image, and like a red border or red and yellow border would be very good. It would be very good because it would stand out more, and obviously the more it stands out, the more attention it gets, the more leads we're going to get. So let me just share with you guys. I'm going to log into the back office of Next Level real quick. I just want to share with you guys something real fast. All right. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to log in here. Goldstein Aaron at aarongoldstein.com. I thought we need to ignore this. Give me 1 sec, guys. Aaron at aarongoldstein.com. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's going to be the lucky one that works. Nope, no, it's not. All right, let me go in through the one thing. All right, give me 1 sec here. I just want to share with you guys some images. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but your boy Goldstein has, in addition to images for the apps in the marketplace, has created over 100 images for you guys for Craigslist and Facebook groups. So let me go here. All right, I'm going to go here real quick. Going in through the back office. Here we go. Here we go. So if you guys go to that resources section at the bottom, the resources section is the last tab. I got a tab there for images for the apps in the marketplace, and then I got a tab for all right, hold on. I'm grabbing this. And then I got a tab for images for Craigslist and Facebook groups. So here it is. Let me share this with you guys. So we're going to go and we're going to share this screen right here. So you guys can share this screen. So let's make it bigger. So these are all, let me see if there's a way to make these bigger. Large. So I got all these images are good. And you can literally just steal these images and you can put your phone number right here. See, so you could see this stands out. See how this stands out? You could put this right here and you could just put your phone number right there. You could just edit your phone number in there. I buy smartphones. And you guys see how some of these stand out more than others. There's nothing wrong with using all these, but like this one stands out. You see that red with the black and the white? That stands out. And I got different designs. I buy Apple products, right? So if you wanted to advertise for Apple products, you take this, make this the image on Craigslist, just put your number right here. Now you might want to put something over this that says call or text for your free quote. But you can use this outline right here, and you can literally just put a thing over it and says call or text for your free quote. Cash for iPhone and Samsung smartphones. So you guys see all this? These are all a little different, but you guys see when you post this, this is going to stand out. This is going to get people's attention. We just put our phone number right here. You post this in Facebook groups, we're doing good. And you could actually just post this. You could, for these Facebook groups, you could just post it just like this. You don't even have to have your phone number. Just have them message you. All right, so let me go back here. And you guys see I just got a ton of them. I just got a ton of them. Oh, yeah, see? So we got some ones right here. Cash for your smartphones. Message me for your free. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. These are fantastic images. I think I got about 200 in here. So you guys can just go here and steal whatever you want to steal and just use it for yourself. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what we're going to do for the ones with Craigslist. Craigslist and Facebook, we're going to take up the whole platform. Now let's keep moving forward. Let's talk about the apps in the marketplace. So for the apps in the marketplace, we want to be using regular photos with money on the back. So those are good. Geez, hey, Zeus, look at that. I'm already messed up. So, hey, Zeus, the ones with money, phones with money on the back, those are better for the apps in the marketplace and for the cell phone section on Craigslist. Just because you guys saw those images I just showed you guys right there, you can't get clearer than that. It's clear and it's big. The problem is if we use those images that I just showed you guys and we use those for the apps in the marketplace, they're going to remove the ads right away. So we got to be a little bit more creative. Having money with the phone, with I buy smartphones written smaller on it, that's not going to be as clear as the ones I just showed you, but those will stick in the apps in the marketplace. So we basically use the best form we can on the apps in the marketplace that get ads to stick and that get ads to stick while still conveying a message. Does that kind of make sense, guys? You see what I'm saying? Hey, you see what I'm saying, Jesus? So I'm going to go here, and we're just going to go. Let me go grab the back. So what we're going to do is, this is not letting me, I'm going to refresh this. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So now let's talk about images for apps and marketplace. What are some things we know about images for apps in the marketplace? What are some strategies we know? Some things we know are that, yep, so we're going to disguise the title by using characters. For the apps in the marketplace, as far as the images go, we want to have an image with money behind it on newer phones with like I buy smartphones written on top of it, kind of in a smooth, not too big way. To take up, we'd say about 15% of the ad image. So we know some stuff, guys. So if we're going to use the ads with images or the phones with, you guys know what I'm talking about, the images for apps, are $1 bills or $100 bills, which ones get a better response? If we're going to put money behind a phone, do we want to use $1 bills or $100 bills? Which one gets a better response? $100 bills, absolutely. Do we want to use old phones or newer phones? We want to be using newer phones, absolutely. New phones. And any phones, and the reason we use newer phones is they're a little bit more popular. So let's say you had 100 people scrolling on the marketplace, and they saw an iPhone 5 and an iPhone X. Which one are more people going to click on? They're going to click on the iPhone X because it's sexier. They know what it is. The other ones that are really good, guys, are the red iPhones. Those red iPhones are fantastic because they naturally stand out. So we put a bunch of bills behind a red iPhone. right? I buy smartphones written on it. That image is standing out. We're going to get some traction with that sucker. So let me just kind of share with you guys why this matters. So we're going to pretend for a second. Let me go ahead and end this. And I'm going to show you guys my LetGo account. And we're going to go to LetGo. And I'm going to try to find one of these real fast. Might not. I want to see. There it is. Okay. So I want you guys to pretend you're a prospect, right? So you're not a phone flipper. You're no longer a superstar phone flipper. You're just cruising through the LetGo. You're bored. You're probably not just on LetGo. You're probably watching some TV. You're seeing what's going on. Maybe you got something you're selling. You're scrolling through. Tell me if anything stands out. So we got this, right? Nothing too crazy. We got phone. We got this. Well, that stands out a little bit. Cash for iPhones. It doesn't stand out a ton, but I got cash for iPhones. It's easy to see what it is. There's money behind it. It gets people's attention. That stands out a little bit more than like these other ads. Now let's keep scrolling through. We're going to keep scrolling through. We're going to keep scrolling through, keep scrolling through, keep scrolling through. We're going to keep scrolling through. Now that kind of stands out because that's red. See, I like that. And then here's another one that stands out. I buy iPhones, all conditions, message me for your free quote. Now, this has a little bit more text than I usually like, so I'm making ones that have a little bit less text. But you guys see how those stand out. Let's keep going through and see if we find anything else. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, there's another one. And these are all my ads, right? So these just kind of stand out. They're clear. They got money behind it. The red ones work like really, really well. So let me just share with you guys some of the images that I use. I just want you guys to get the feeling. So these are some of the images that I use. You guys see how these kind of stand out? These get people, that red one right there. We like that one. Oh, look, that one's a good one. You guys see that one? I love that one. Why do I love that? Because I know that's going to get a few more people's attention because it's red. It's got a bunch of money behind it. I got money hanging out all over the place. And I got I buy iPhones written across it. Now it's good to mix it up. I'm not going to do all 10 of them like that, but when I can throw a good one of those in there, then it's good. All right. So you guys see that? You guys see I buy iPhones. So I like that. It's a red iPhone box with money behind it. I buy iPhones written across it. So you guys just kind of see how these stand out. These are good. This is the yellow. I talked about red and yellow are good. Those say I buy smartphones. That's got an iPhone X with a gazillion dollars behind it. Fantastic things. So you guys see, I want you guys to kind of develop an awareness of being able to look at your ads and being able to think in your head and be like, oh, okay, I see why this would work because this image stands out and gets people's attention. And then, of course, we got in the back office, which you guys all have access to. We got a gazillions of these. So these are good. I buy iPhones. We got the red ones. We got something like that. See, so that's like an iPhone. It's kind of strategic. So all these are designed to do the same thing. Right? I like that. That kind of stands out. Aaron, can you please show the title and description? Okay. Now we know on the apps, anyone else want to see the title and description? We know on the apps in the marketplace, the titles I just gave you guys, we know that's the best titles, but we sometimes have to disguise those. I'm kind of close. Sometimes we have to disguise those titles a little bit when we're posting the ads in the apps in the marketplace. So we're going to use the same concept as the title, but we're going to disguise it. Let me show you guys it. LetGo, I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. So LetGo, I sometimes don't make titles because sometimes they will. Here's a warm-up ad. You guys see that? A lot of times you just post on LetGo, they'll make a title for you. So let's see if I have it. So I don't actually have a title there. I just have Note 9. That's the title for that. That just, LetGo self-created the title. Let's see. I know I will make titles every now and then, so that's for that. See, so for these aren't too good of an example because LetGo, they'll just create the title. But let me show you guys, let me show you my OfferUp, all right? I'll show you my OfferUp because I create the titles there. And OfferUp, it's the same thing. Let me get to that section. So here's some of my titles right here. Guys, let me try to reposition this. We got to get this at least somewhat clear. I buy smartphones. So does that help right there? You see, I buy smartphones. I got characters and spaces. And I'm using the image with the money, the red phone that stands out, $100 bills, I pay cash for smartphones written on it. That's the title right there. Description, message me for details. A lot of times in the apps in the marketplace, we're going to keep it real right to the point. Message me for details. Let me show you another one, though. I want to show you definitely more than one. So here's one. I buy smartphones, money for smartphones. We did a group chat a few weeks ago that talks about cold and hot theory, which is definitely good if you're having issues with your ad sticking. It's all about ad sticking. This is just more about creating titles, that it's more about the copy, right? Creating ads that get a ton of views. So because like my OfferUp account is kind of cold to warm, I disguise the title more. Money for smartphones. I buy smartphones, message me for a quote. So you guys see I have the description in there. I buy smartphones, message me for a quote, but I just disguise some of the words. I put a 4, I space it out, I put quotes. And guys, you see the ad stuck. It got 76 views, right? It's not bad at all. Let me show you guys. I don't know. Is that all I got? I guess that's all I got there, I guess. And I did have a couple other ones, but they got deleted. All right, let me show you guys my Facebook one, just so you guys see the Facebook one. And then we'll get into it. I'm going to show you guys the marketplace just because I want you guys to see variations and because I want you guys to steal anything you like so you can use it. Selling. All right. So here's one right here. So look at this. This is kind of weird because this said it only got 2 views, but it's got 4 leads from it. So that's kind of interesting. I don't really care about that. I just care about the leads. All right. And now these are going to start coming in. So let me share with you guys this title right here. So that's the image. I buy smartphones. It was actually the one I just shared with you guys. And this is the title right here. We're going to get that a little clearer. We are right. We're all going to cross our fingers and hope that this works. There it is. Cash paid same day for smartphones. So that's the title. The description, message me for details, and it makes you select a device, and you see what I did there, right? I just filled it in with a bunch of BS. So I just said it was an iPhone 6 unlocked. Let me show you another one. Selling. Sometimes if I'm having troubles with the ad sticking, I'll just make the title iPhone. So you see the title of it is iPhone, but I buy smartphones on there. And here's the description. I buy smartphone, I buy iPhones, I pay cash on the spot, can meet today, message me if interested. So it's basically the same thing. I'm just rephrasing it, and I am disguising the description a little bit as well. Let's see if there's any other good ones. Here's another one. Note 9, I buy smartphones. Title, I buy smartphones. And I'm using a few characters. Look at it. I'm using the spaces. I'm using the squiggly lines. I'm using one little symbol right there just to mix it up, and I'm putting it around the S's. Note 9, message me if interested. And you see, this one only got 8 views, but I got 4 message conversations. I got 4 leads from it, right? That's still not a bad thing at all. So that's that. Was that kind of helpful? I wanted to show you a couple of the different platforms so you kind of got a better feeling and you didn't just see one lead. I think it's more beneficial to see multiple things and what I'm doing to disguise it. Cool. I got a yes from Keisha. Fantastic. So now we're going to get to, all right, yes from Yosef. All right, so now we're going to get to, so that's the images. Now the final thing is we're going to talk about the description. The best description, guys, best description is where line 1, we repeat the title. Line 2, handle main objection. Line 3, benefit. Line 4, CTA. So we always like to repeat the title, right? This isn't the perfect scenario. We can water it down a little bit if we're fighting with the platform, and this is best case scenario. So if title is, title, I buy smartphones. Line number 1 is going to be, and I'm just going to draw it out here, I buy smartphones. Now, why is this important, guys? It lets them know they're in the right place. It lets them know they're in the right place. It also gives them a little confidence in you because they see that you're congruent. You're not saying cookies and cream and then a gazillion ice creams. you're saying the same line. It actually gives them confidence. It makes them feel good. Then we're going to have line number 2. And it's actually even better if we return a line. And then, now why is it good to return a line? It's good to return a line because it makes it easier to read. Oh, anybody here want to learn a super duper advanced thing that all people that write really good copy use? I'm talking about people that make 7 figures a year. Would anyone here want to know some secrets that these people that make a lot of money do? Okay, Mr. Jesus. So, has anyone ever seen maybe me, maybe David Kosciuszko, maybe an ad that Ty Lopez has running on Facebook, maybe one of these other guys that makes a lot of money, and what they do is their ad looks like this. They got some typing, and then they got a return. And then they got some typing and typing and typing and typing and typing and typing and typing, and then they got 2 returns. And then they type. Have you guys ever seen anyone do that? They got some stuff, and then they got the return. They literally have a return of space. And then they got typing. It might be a little bit more, and then they got a return, and then more typing. The reason they do that is, and it's not just you guys see, oh, well, I shouldn't be telling you guys this. So you guys see me do it, right? David Kosciuszko does it. You guys look at all these really good long sales copy. You look at all these people that make a lot of money. Pay attention to this. Next time you see ads on your Facebook of someone trying to sell you something, you know what I'm talking about. They're trying to get you on their Shopify webinar. They're trying to get you on their Amazon drop shipping list, and they have an ad for it, and they talk about, 2 months ago I was dead broke and I was living in my mom's basement, and today I'm making $1 gazillion and I'm traveling the world, and, I got 10 Lamborghinis, and all that stuff could be true. Look at the writing on their ads. If they know what they're doing, they will space it out like this. It's very cool. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take the same freaking strategy and use it for our ads. I buy smartphones, return a line. All conditions. Now, guys, let me ask you guys a question. Are people usually positive or negative? Is the average person usually positive or negative? What do you guys think? The average person, guys, usually is negative. And I'm not 100% sure why that is. I was reading a book, and it said, negative. What did it say? It said that, anyone ever here read that book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now? He said that what did he say? He said the pain body is denser than positive energy, so it's just easier for people. People are just more negative, all right? So the number one thing people are going to think is, will you buy my phone if it has an issue? If it's got a cracked screen. Has anyone here ever gotten a message and they're like, hey, my screen is cracked, do you still buy those? Everyone here has gotten those messages because people's minds go more negative. So some people know their screen is cracked. Some people know the IMEI is bad. Some people actually know the terminology. Some people, the battery's bad. So their first thing they're going to think is, this person's not going to buy my phone. So we got to address that. We want to address that. And instead of saying, I buy cracked, no power, bad ESN, negative LCD. Instead of saying all these complicated terms that confuse people and take up too much space, we're going to condense all this into all conditions. I buy smartphones, all conditions. All conditions and companies, everything I just typed out right there, and it's smoother and easier to read, which stays in that. It first thing keeps it at the 3rd grade reading level. It stays at the average person's attention span, which is 7 seconds. You guys see how powerful this line is? All conditions. And by the way, guys, I don't reinvent the wheel. Whenever if I'm working on a platform where I'm going to type it all out, I always just put all conditions, right? I never mix it up. There's no need to be creative. I don't want to sit there and be creative. I just want to copy and paste what works. And actually, copy and pasting what works is even easier because it's just, you're just copying and pasting it. You don't even have to think, right? All conditions, return a line. Now, guys, we want to give them a benefit. We want to give them a benefit of doing business with you. What are some benefits we could give them? Someone give me some benefits. And guys, we're over the time, but we're going to keep going until we get it done because it's important that I deliver, and I want to over-deliver for you guys and make sure you guys get the value that you guys need. Look at that. Cash today. Meet today with cash. Cash immediately. We drive to you. Those are all good things. So meet today, can drive to you, cash today. So I like to use 2 of them, to be honest. can meet today with cash. Okay? Guys, this entices them. What is the prospect thinking when they read this? So put yourself in the prospect's mind. Okay? They're doing a gazillion things. They're 25 years old. They're at work. Their boss is walking down the aisle as they speak. They only have a second to glance at it, but I buy smartphones. You use one of the images that stands out. I buy smartphones, all conditions. Can meet today with cash. This gets them excited, right? And it gets them excited. It gets them excited about doing the final thing, line number 3, which is the CTA, call to action, which is where you tell them what to do. You tell them the action you want them to take. The action being something along the lines of message me for your free quote. Okay. Now, it always has to be in this order. Message me if you're interested, right? Either of those things work. I like free quote the best because it's just clear and it has the word free in there. But of course, if we're like, especially if it's on the apps and we're trying to make it simple, message me if interested is great. Message me for details. Sometimes I just put message me, right? These are all great. I use all of them. Now, it has to be in this order. Keep it in this order, guys. I don't want anyone here being creative. I want everyone here taking the blueprint that works and stealing it and copying it. You guys see what I'm trying to tell you guys here? All this stuff works. I'm doing it and it works. You guys know I do the same thing you guys do, right? I am just like you, okay? I might, have a unibrow. You guys might not have a unibrow. But other than that, I'm waking up every day. I'm posting ads. I'm nervous the ads aren't going to stick. I'm nervous someone's going to flake and not show up. I'm doing the same exact thing you guys are doing. So because of that, everything I teach you guys works now. I didn't read it in a book. I didn't create a course, and now I, sit in the Bahamas all day and, drink alcohol and smoke funky stuff, right? I'm teaching you guys stuff that is literally working today. I want you guys to just take it and run with it. It needs to be in this order. I buy smartphones, all conditions. Message me for can meet today with cash. Message me for a quote. Guys, what if I was I'm Aaron, I'm going to be creative. I don't give a fuck what you say. And I put message me for a quote up here. So it reads, I buy smartphones, message me for a quote. All conditions can meet today with cash. You guys see this is not the right order. People's attention span is nothing. They're going to remember the last thing you tell them. We want to walk them through a story. I buy smartphones. The first thing is they're going to have an objection. All conditions. We address the objection in their head. Then we're going to have a benefit, which is going to entice them to message us. Can meet today with cash. And then finally message me for your free quote. It's in this order. This is how it should be 100% of the time. Give me a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. I want everyone here on the same page. This works really, really, really well. Cool. Got a 1 from a bunch of people. Miss Keisha, Miss Jesus, Mr. Jesus. 1 from George, 1 from Kevin. Fantastic. Now, of course, guys, through the apps, this training, guys, was about ad copy. There's other training about how to get the ads to tick. So sometimes we're going to disguise the titles like I showed you. I buy smartphones, right? We're going to disguise the title a little bit for the apps in the marketplace. We're going to put a squiggly line here, and we're going to put a 1 there, and we're going to do something like this, and we're going to go like this, right? So we're going to do something to the title. Description might just be message me for details. So we're condensing it. Or it could be message me for your free QUOTE. You guys saw one of my ads where I had the description like this, and I had it written out like this, right? If the account is warmer, if it's a warmer account, which again goes back to hot and cold theory as far as ads sticking on the marketplace, on the apps in the marketplace, but there's a different training, and I already have a training in the back office. Then you could make it to where the description is like, I buy smartphones, all conditions. Can meet today with cash. Message me for a quote. So we can type it out more and just disguise it to have a higher chance of sticking. But this was just mainly on copy. Now, Aaron, what do I do? What do I do to get higher quality phones? We advertise for it. We're going to advertise for it. So what we can do is we can, in the 4 lines, where are these 4 lines at? In one of the 4 lines, we can put a qualifier. A qualifier is where there's a condition. So extra line could be 4 years old or newer. My favorite line to use. So if you have and some platforms are different. Like some platforms, you'll be getting kind of more higher quality phones, but then you might have offer up to where you get like really lower end phones. So what you want to do is you want to throw this line in here, 4 years old or newer, and this will only attract people that have phones that are 4 years old or newer. Same with Craigslist, right? Now, not everyone's going to read the description. Okay, sometimes you'll just get junky phones anyway, but you'll filter out some of the junky phones because they'll read this. So it'd be repeat the title, handle main objection, 4 years old or newer, benefit, CTA. I wouldn't make anything more than 4 lines, to be honest with you. And it might be worth every now and then trying out other stuff. So make one with 5 lines and make the next one repeat title, 4 years old or older, benefit, call to action. So just leaving out the other thing and experimenting with that. But 4 years old or newer is a fantastic thing. And sometimes, guys, I'll make ads just advertising for iPhones. You guys probably saw some of the images that I had to where the ads are, I buy iPhones. Just because iPhones, it seems like I buy more iPhones than other phones. So I advertise a lot for smartphones, but sometimes I make ads just for iPhones. Sometimes I make ads just for Apple products. Darius talks about how he made an ad for Apple Watches, and he picked up like 2 or 3 Apple Watches from his one ad that says, I buy Apple Watches. And I already have images in the back office you can use that just have I buy Apple Watches on it. So you can advertise for different things. You can advertise I buy MacBooks. I buy laptops, stuff like that. I buy iPhones. 4 years old or newer. I can meet today with cash. Message me for details, right? Or call or text for details. That's the theory behind that. So this is everything about ads. This is the whole outline of, and we took up some pages, how to write ads that get a boatload of quality leads. And Bixby just turned on. So that's what I got for you guys. Any questions you guys have for me about that? I'm going to wait a couple seconds. Any questions you guys have? And it's recording. I checked it like 3 times because I did not record Monday's group chat, so I made sure that it was recorded. No question, says Keisha. I'm good, says Yosef. All right. I'm good, thanks, man, says Jesus. Fantastic, guys. Well, that's what I got for you guys. This is everything you need to know. This is like a year plus of me figuring out the perfect template. It was all delivered right in this group chat. So that's what I got for you guys. This is, appreciate it, Keisha. Yeah, if this was helpful to you guys, let me know. I do what I can to come on here and deliver value. So anytime I get positive feedback, it's good. This, of course, will be uploaded in your back office. I'll post a link in Next Level's group. Awesome. LOL says Ulysses how did he know I might be getting ice cream? I was thinking about it. That's not a good thing. So that's what I got for you guys. Any questions you guys have, just post in the Next Level. Any chance, anytime. Oh, yes. So, hey, Zeus, my routine is I post one ad before I go to sleep in all the apps in the marketplace and one ad when I wake up. That way I wake up to leads, and then I have leads coming in throughout the day. One ad before bed, one ad in the morning. And it can also be good to have multiple platforms, right? So I got like a couple of Facebook Marketplace accounts. I have 2 Let Go accounts now, 1 OfferUp account. I need to get another offer account. But it can be good to have multiple apps, especially because every now and then an app goes bad or you're fighting with it. I recommend anyone that's serious, they have at least 2 of each of the platforms. And then you don't get as nervous, right? I mean, there's a guy in Next Level. He's got, I think it's Michael, he's got 5 different Marketplace accounts, 5 different ones. So he doesn't get nervous posting in 1 or 2 of them because if they go bad or he starts, I have to fight with them, he's got 3 or 4 other ones that are all good, that are all fresh, so they're all just beneficial. And then you'll actually take more risks and then you'll post a little bit more aggressively, which will let you get more phones when you got a bunch of different of the same platform because you know if one goes bad, you're not dead. And after you get a bunch of platforms, it's also beneficial because you prove to yourself you can get them. If you're watching this video and you only have 1 of each platform, you've never gotten another one, you're going to treat it like your baby. When you've proven yourself that you can go out there and you can rent accounts or buy accounts or create new accounts and you can do as many as you need to, you don't get too worried about it. Because the worst thing is the account goes bad and you create or buy or rent another one. You guys see where that makes sense? So that's what I got for you guys. Any questions you have, post in Next Level. Anytime you guys have a win, I don't care if it's getting ads to stick. I don't care if you picked up a phone and you use the script. I don't care if you picked up a bunch of phones or one phone and you made some money. Feel free to post it in Next Level so we can celebrate your success. All this negativity is in the world. Everyone's being negative. Everyone's losing. And I am trying to create an environment of winners. So whenever you guys post your success, I love it. I appreciate it. And it actually encourages other people, because when this person is winning and this person's winning and this person's winning and all these people from all walks of life are winning, it shows other members that, hey, this business works and it will work for you as long as you take the actions you need to take to be successful. If you're not posting ads daily, if you're not responding to all the leads fully, every single lead has to be responded to. If you're not doing the reach out method, you're not going through training, you're not going to have success. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. The good news is the moment you decide to start taking better actions, you will start seeing results very fast. Success can happen faster than you think. Keisha will tell you, Keisha and Clint, 2 months ago, they did $3,000 a month in sales. 2 months later, only 2 months later, they hit $20,000 a month in sales. That's a 700% increase in business. Anyway, guys, it can happen to anyone. How many leads do you answer a day, says Jesus? About 25 to 30 leads. And that's just responding to ads. That's not doing the reach out method. I'll do the reach out method on top of that, and I'll message 15 to 20 people a day. I'm on it. That's why I hit the numbers that I hit. It's nothing magical. You just have to go out there. You got to run the numbers, especially on the apps and the marketplace. The leads can be, you're going to get people that message you that think you're selling a phone. You're going to have to burn through those leads. You're going to get people that message you that have hoopty-doopties you're not going to be able to buy. You're going to get people that message you that you can't get them down in price. You're going to get people that message you that won't be able to show their ID, and you can't convince them to bring someone that does have an ID. And every now and then you'll get someone that lives in a house, and you can't go to their house, and you can't get them to meet you at the gas station. Now, sometimes you can get them to meet you at the gas station, so it's good to pursue it, but sometimes you can't. But you got to run through the numbers. You got to be getting at least 20 leads a day. A serious phone flipper will be getting at least 20 leads a day. And if you're posting ads like we just talked about, morning and night, and you're posting 6 to 8 ads a day on Craigslist, 6 to 8 ads a day on the marketplace, it's not hard to get 20-plus leads a day, guys. Jesus says, how many hours do you put in answering leads? So when I wake up, I hit it hard. So I will wake up and I will start responding to all the leads till I get someone to sell me a phone right then. So I will go to the post office and drop off those items that were shipped. I sit in my car at the post office. I'm not on Tinder, not listening to the radio. I'm not on Facebook. I'm responding to leads. And I'll start responding to leads. And usually, sometimes it's a second or third lead I get a deal. Sometimes I got to go to 12, 15, 20 leads to get a deal. Usually I get a deal, I drive to them, and then I'll sit there and respond to the leads. Sometimes I have a day where I go through 30 leads. I go through literally every single lead that I have, and I can't close anyone. Or I message people, and they're not messaging me back right away. And then I'll sit there on the post office and do the reach out method. I basically will force myself to take so much action that I demand, that I command the universe to give me phones. I take so much action to where it's almost impossible for me to not pick up phones, because I posted all the ads before I went to sleep. So I have leads to respond to. I'm following up with the script, and I'm responding to all of them fully. I'm doing the reach out method on every single platform, right? I'm not responding to 8 leads, then being pissed off and giving up for 2 days. I don't do that. It's not necessarily the most enjoyable thing. I just kind of make myself do it because this is the business that I'm in. It's a good business. But because I do it and I'm so effective, I'll spend, I can spend 30 hours a week working and hit 40 grand a month and make $10,000 a month in sales. Upon waking, do you post first or respond first? Upon waking, any Craigslist leads, I actually respond to them. And then after I've responded to them, I start posting ads. And sometimes you respond to them, and they take a few minutes to respond back, so I'll post an ad, and then they respond, and then I'll respond to them. If I can get a deal closed, I'll go get up the phone. I'll go get the phone. But if I can't, then I'll respond to the leads. I'll respond to the ones on Craigslist just because they come in from the phone because they're so easy. And then I post ads. I get those ads posted, though. You got to, as soon as you post the ad, guys, it starts moving down the timeline. It moves down the timeline, it moves down the app, it moves down Craigslist. So that's why we post before we go to bed and when we wake up, so we keep having new leads come in. And then eventually you get to the point to where, like, you go to the let go, you keep scrolling every couple seconds you see, or every 10 seconds you see one of my ads, and then it just kind of has a compounding effect. Do you ever have to ask for an ID? What if you closed the deal and said no to you, lost the deal? So you always ask for an ID. And the way you say it is, by the way, I always create a bill of sale for my business. Will you have your driver's license on you? Sometimes they will say yes right away. Sometimes they say no. If they say no and they're skeptical, all you have to do is you just got to kind of show them why. Just like you can convince someone to come down in price, you can convince someone to show their ID. Why do I got to show my ID? It's part of my business. For tax purposes. It's something I'm required to do. That's what I say. It's short, simple, and right to the point. I'm not 100% sure. No worries. I totally understand. It's just for tax purposes. It's just something I'm required to do for my business. Everyone that sells me a phone does it. Everything's totally fine. If they don't show you your ID, then you don't buy the phone. I had a guy, and he didn't want to show his ID, so I went through everything I just shared with you. And he eventually says, well, to be honest, I don't know where this MacBook came from, and I don't want to have it linked to my ID, so I didn't buy the deal. It was 2 or 3 Thursdays ago, I did a text message conversation from start to finish. It was literally from me messaging him, to me getting him down in price, to me renegotiating with him, to me handling an objection, to me bringing up the bill of sale, to me going through the meetup. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago on a Thursday. So if you want to see an example of it, you can feel free to check it out. It was the whole conversation from start to finish. Multiple objections, all sorts of issues. But I eventually got him down in price. I closed him for $80. I sold the phone for $210. So I made my $80. All right, I think that's all the questions. I might go get some food, maybe ice cream, maybe not. But that's what I got for you guys. You guys have a fantastic day. The recording will be posted, and I